Hello there, I'm Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astronumerologist. Welcome to your new moon total solar eclipse forecast. This one is really exciting. Oh my gosh, the moments surrounding this eclipse on March 20th are super intense, and they come to a head before that with a powerful alignment in astrology. Everyone on Earth is going to feel this in terms of a radical shift of some kind, because there's a transformation that's been going on for a long time, and it culminates now in 2015, which in itself addresses the power you have within you to create abundance at will. So you can imagine how big this event is. Let's start with the environment surrounding this eclipse first, because all of March is a master number 11 universal month. And so the energy is already really heightened by that double new beginnings factor of the 2 ones in the number 11, where you step through that portal. Since this is happening in 2015, which is an 8 universal year of infinite opportunities, those new beginnings of that 11 are birthing something that's here to stay, that's going to last a long time, and that has more potential than ever to generate tremendous abundance. 11 electrifies everything it touches. So energetically, everything's gone up a notch in March. And so when you add the astrology events that are happening now, the eclipse, the Pluto Uranus square, to all these interchanges you're already experiencing, it's really revved up to a climax, and you're really feeling that internal shift. Somewhere in your life, you're feeling it. So let's look at the major milestone on March 16th first, because the storyline of release, letting go, and relying on your inner resources that define that moment is really magnified by the solar eclipse on March 20th. So first, before that, slow-moving planets, Pluto and Uranus, meet for the final of 7 times in that 10 square. Now this is the last meeting in a span of 3 years between these 2 powerful planets. So something's coming to an end, right? Something's climaxing, something's being released for the final time. So you're automatically also birthing profound change with that release. So whatever comes up for you, it needs to be addressed to the core right now, because the shift in perspective that's happening, right, is where you're going to get the courage to explore yourself in a limitless way from now on, right? So where nothing has the right to take you away from happiness, from joy, from peace, where you know you're in charge. So in the last few years, Uranus and Pluto have changed you. It's like a strong wind blew through and changed how you see yourself. And that internal revolution has changed your environment. So the combination of Uranus and Pluto meeting for this final time in this square dance, right, on the 16th of March, which is a 7 universal day, for the 7th time they're meeting, right? This number 7 is very important because it's very mystical, and 7 is exciting. It's the lightning strike, and so it brings spirituality and suddenness, and it's quite a combination. And we're still in the sign of Pisces. So Pisces is the final sign of the zodiac. It's also a transition. It also covers the unseen and the mysterious and moving across, bridging, right? Bridging. 7 is the number of bridging as well. So it's the sacred and invisible, bridging in an element of water. And so it's very beautiful energy. Now Mars is next to Uranus at this moment when Uranus squares Pluto. So Mars is squaring Pluto at the same time, and that sets up a really fiery energy. Plus, Neptune and Saturn are also squaring each other, and they're doing that most of the year. And Mercury is coming in, Mercury the messenger, to trigger that square, that separate square as well. So that one is about bringing the mystical into physical reality, right? That's Neptune and Saturn. So given all this incredible energy that's coming together now, it's really important that you stay centered and calm. So if you feel irritable, stressed out, angry, you're reacting, you're making rash decisions, just remember that almost nothing needs to be decided right now. You can lay low, you can allow this tense period to just float by, right? Take a deep breath. And here's the thing. There's a beautiful energy in this square as well, because it happens at 15 degrees. And 15 is the number of joy, alchemy, shining a light in darkness, bringing uplifting energy to others. So it's a really, really good thing that this number 15 showed up in this very intense moment. So now we've come through the Pluto-Uranus square and we're set up for the eclipse. 4 days later, on March 20th, this solar new moon eclipse, which is a total eclipse, occurs. And it occurs in the final moments of our zodiac year, just as winter transitions to spring in the Northern Hemisphere. So we're celebrating a new seasonal cycle just as this eclipse occurs, literally in the final moments. And so let's look at the code first, because it is so extraordinary. The sun and moon are at 29 degrees, the final degree in Pisces, and that's also the final degree in the 360-degree zodiac circle, right? So 29 adds up to 11. 2 plus 9 equals 11. And 11 can be reduced to the single number 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Now, March is an 11 universal month, so we already have that number active. And then the eclipse occurs on the 20th, which is another expression of that number 2, because 2 plus 0 is 2. So numbers 29, 20, 11, and 2 are all in the same family. They represent balance, peace, close relationships, and intimate partnerships. So focus on those keywords and just know that you're cooperating, you're compromising, you're communicating, you're bringing everything into balance, right? So that you can be grounded right now. Balance in your relationships especially. The master number 11 is the portal of initiation. It is the gateway that you step through to experience ecstasy, to experience the unknowable. And 11 takes us to the edge, right? So it's about a moment-to-moment letting go. And with the final Pisces 29th degree activated at the same time that this number 11 is triggered, I mean, even in the universal chart is triggered, the total eclipse where the sun and moon are together, they're together in the 11th house in the universal chart. So that's totally pressing the restart button multiple times. And here's the thing about the 11, besides being about endings and new beginnings and walking through the portal, it's also about your intuition. It's about you exploring new frontiers and new dimensions. And so this moment is not only the birth of a new season, it's not only the equinox, equal day, equal night, it's a moment of recognition where you recognize all those internal resources at your disposal at any time. And so the boundaries that you may have set up before now, they're no longer workable. They're blurred. The watery Pisces sign is blurring them and everything has now shifted. It's changed. The potential looks new. It feels amazing. You're in unexplored territory. And only your imagination could have considered this before now. But now it's here. Now your dreams are becoming reality. And what makes this eclipse so wonderful is that Saturn forms a beautiful harmonious trine to the sun and moon. And so it's grounding this new beginnings energy. It's allowing you to lay down deep roots like a strong big tree so you can reach to the heavens and be anchored securely to earth. So you want to see this as a moment where you live your life with eternal joy and happiness, which is really the true meaning of enlightenment. You don't want to invest energy in suffering. Okay, that's done with. Invest it in joy, in what brings you joy. So if there's one takeaway for you, it's to release sorrow, to allow the struggle to come to an end. Because 11 and 2 are the relationship between heart and mind, between you and pure source energy. And when you focus on your internal resources, all those external beliefs, those desires, those expectations and goals that are imposed on you from the outside, you'll no longer have them influence you, okay? They won't dim your light anymore because the expectations won't have a hold on you any longer. And 11 gives you that portal. It gives you the moment to leave behind that division, to surrender to joy. It allows you to discipline your mind to go within instead of being bound by judgments and constrictions by what is supposedly good and bad for you. 11 is the gateway to freedom. So as we end the cycle of the horoscope with a spectacular total eclipse at 29 degrees, the final degree in the final sign of Pisces, we're being handed the gift of freedom, right? Walk into a new beginning. Anything goes now. Nothing can hold you back from joy. And pure joy means accepting the continuous flow of life, that no matter where it takes you, you're going to change, like the tree bends in the wind. Nature never resists change, right? The natural cycle of life is always about transformation, always about reinventing itself. So go reinvent yourself. Go on a discovery. Get super interested in who you really are. The universal code is set up for you right now to expand your light, to explore new frontiers. And you have complete access now to your inner temple. I want you to have a wonderful total solar eclipse and let it inspire you with love and light. And I'd love it if you left me a comment about how the shift feels for you. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in April.